Alright, so gonna be going into an Arakni solitary confinement. In this matchup, I like to treat it as an aggro, so we can just run 2 Blade Beckoner. They're probably pretty redline. We're on the Arctics, and take covers are good for their reactions. Alright, hand's not great, but we can throw the snapshot. It is assassin, so they do have access to instant speed, discard effects, so we can't just throw the Arctic. We'll filter a little bit. Fuse with the sizzle here. We can activate Death Dealer to gain our action point back, and then throw the Arctic, Arsenal the Winter's Bite. That way we can chain disruption over a couple of turns. Death Dealer to gain the action point, close the combat chain, and then Arctic Incarceration. Hope they don't have the blue. Kind of an interesting one to draw up. I think I'm looking to pitch the Frazzle here. So turn is looking like activate Lexi, give them a Frostbite, Winter's Bite, make them discard a card, pitch Frazzle for Snapshot, Fuse, depending on what we draw we can pitch the Sizzle to Death Dealer and the Swift Shot, 2 mystery cards, we'll see what happens. Alright, activate Lexi, see what they discard here. Now, there's always the consideration to Blossom of Spring, Snapshot, Swift Shot, and then Bullseye Races in the Frazzle, but we can't be guaranteed that we're going to draw the resources, so I'm just going to get rid of the Frazzle here. Alright, Discharge is good. So in this circumstance I do want to pitch the Sizzle because the Discharge can be applied to the Swift Shot, so that's the one we want to keep in hand. Anything else we're probably just looking to Arsenal, unless it's a 0 for 4 non-arrow that we can just play, in which case we'll just Arsenal the Discharge. Alright, getting 2 cards on block is good. Means we're likely to leak damage. Blue Snapshot isn't amazing in Arsenal, but it's Snapshot, it's fine. They don't know that we don't have a follow-up, and now that they've blocked with their entire hand, they can't do anything with the Frostbite. Alright, this is pretty good. So as it is right now, we can play the entire hand. If we draw into another arrow, we can load it. So because it's so redline, I am looking to Blossom this. Fuse with the Discharge here. Doesn't really matter which card to fuse with, but I prefer to fuse with the buffs rather than the attacks. Just gives the opponent less information to go on. If you fuse with the buff, they don't know if you have something to follow it up with. But if you fuse with an attack, they know that you always have the follow-up and can block accordingly. So we'll activate Death Dealer, instant speed, load the Crescendo. Alright, this hand is interesting. We'll fuse with the same card we fused with before, give our opponent as little information as possible. So from here, looks like popping the Blossom of Spring was correct, because we can just play a Spark Spray for 10, Arsenal the Lightning Surge, and hopefully put a bit of pressure on next turn. So we'll close the chain, Sizzle, Discharge, and Spark Spray. I really like Spark Spray here because even if this Lightning Surge was something like a Heaven's Claws or an Overcharge, it gives us a way to convert the hand a little bit by pitching it. But Lightning Surge is one of the best arsenals, so it is fine. Now it is a little bit risky to Arsenal the take cover here after sending 14, But I think what we'll do is activate Lexi, send one really big lightning surge from hand, and then depending on how they block, we'll either arsenal the take cover or pitch it away to Death Dealer. I think I'm looking like pitching it away. We have enough tempo this game that we're not going to need it. I don't really want to IP it. Alright, and we would have drawn another one, so good thing we didn't keep it. So here, because we have so much tempo, we can just use the take cover as our first pitch card, load the snapshot. Perfect draw here. Fuse with the Heaven's Claws. That way we can then pitch it to Death Dealer, load the Dazzling, and send the Spark Spray at the very least. If we draw any other extenders, we can get those out too, or have a decent arsenal. Alright, that's pretty good. We'll fuse this. Now, depending on how they block, we could look at popping Bullseye Braces here. They only have 1 point of armor on equipment. So I think I am looking to bullseye this Swift Shot in, just because it's not a very good arsenal. And will mean we can present lethal. If they go to 4 or less here, the Spark Spray is always going to be turned on. But they'll be going to 5, so they're inclined to take this, which is fine. Or they can block it and it can go to 5 either way. It's pretty good for us. Alright, we'll buff the Spark Spray. Put them to 3. We've gone through both of our defense reactions and one of the Arctic incarcerations, so the chance we brick is pretty low. Here, at the very least, we can send 2 arrows. Or fuse with the lightning form. Just in case they have a 2 block, means we can get 1 point of damage in for the second strike. If not, I'm happy to just throw the frazzle, arsenal the lightning form. If we draw a Weave Lightning, which we can't, we've played both of them. But if we had another one, we'd be able to play the frazzle and then continue on. Entwine is maybe one of the best cards we could have drawn in this circumstance. They're probably looking to take 1 damage here unless they have a 4 block. There we go. So they'll take 1 damage. Second strike will come in for 4, go again. And then we'll be able to send the frazzle for 5 with 1 extra damage on a replacement effect. So even if they have a 4 block, this is lethal. Alright, there we go. That's the Solitary Confinement matchup.